Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. So this is part 2 of the barn owl tutorial. You can find part 1 on my channel to start from the beginning. Sorry there's been a little bit of a delay in getting this one out to you. We've moved house and it's all been a bit crazy. But yeah, let's carry on with part 2. So I do apologise as well if you can hear, well, you can't at the moment, but you might hear a little bit of banging. There's some roadworks going on right outside the house. So yeah, I do apologise if you hear a bit of noise. But yeah, so let's carry on. So I'm going to go and start sort of above, at the top of the head, above where we were working on before, and sort of gradually work around the face. And then we'll work our way out. So I think I'm going to, sorry, I'm just getting in the right position. So I'm just going to slightly remove a bit of the line art here. Now I'm not completely removing it, just so obviously I can see where I'm going. So the base layer for this, I'm actually going to use a combination of warm grey one for this, the part sort of right at the top, and then I'm going to use a bit of cream, which is actually quite a yellowy colour as base through here, and probably a mixture of cream and ivory along here. So I think I'm going to start with the warm grey up here first. God, it really needs a sharpen. I'm not going to sharpen it too much because I am putting down the base layer and not detail, so I don't want it sort of super sharp. So I've just got my acid-free tracing paper for under my hand here. So yeah, in fact I'm just going to adjust the camera angle slightly just so my hand's not blocking everything else. Just bear with me. Okay, sorry about that, hopefully that's better. So I'm just going to go just along the graphite line, just in really small circular motions, just with kind of a light pressure to begin with, just to make sure, sorry they're really banging out there, just to make sure I'm happy with where I'm putting it down here. So yeah, once I've gone in sort of to cover the whole area, and I know I'm happy with where I've gone, I'll go down a bit heavier. Like I keep saying, it's easier to you know, add in than it is to take out with colour pencil. Sorry, I'm trying not to shake the camera too much. I'm going to have to sort the setup out as to how I've got the camera attached, because you actually attach the top of my easel. But yeah, I think I'm shaking it too much, so I do apologise. Right. So if you've done the first part, please let me know how you got on. It'd be lovely to see your results, or if you've got any questions, obviously just let me know. So I actually hosted my first colour pencil workshop, very wisely, did it the same day that I moved house. But no, actually it was really nice, it worked out quite well. It was just sort of excuse me, 3 hours. It was quite nice to kind of get away from the madness of moving for a couple of hours, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Everybody, oh my god, the results were amazing. Yeah, it was lovely to see, lovely group of people. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. I've got another date in the diary for the end of February, again near Melton Mowbray, and it's almost sold out. I've only got one space left, so yeah, that's exciting. And then I've also got a fur and feather workshop as well, pencil workshop, put in for the end of March. Yeah, which is yeah, which I'm really looking forward to. I thought I'd do something a little different. You know, obviously, as you know, colour pencil's very slow, so I was kind of trying to work how we could do, you know, some more pieces that people can take home and keep, because obviously doing a whole portrait, you know, is going to be a bit of a struggle with the workshop for colour pencil, I think. But I did a dog's eye in the first one. For the second one we're doing a horse's eye. Yeah, and then I thought I'd just do something a little different with the fur and feather. If you've got any ideas or anything you'd like me to do in a workshop, then let me know. I've got a few other ideas that are sort of in the process of planning at the moment, but I can't really say any more than that at the moment. But yeah, I'll be excited to share that with you. So I'm then going to go in with, I think I might go in with Warm Grey 3 to kind of mark down where the little excuse me, where the little markings are. So they're just almost like little specks, actually. I think details like this are one of those where excuse me, I can't clear my throat today. One of those where you need to kind of not overthink the detail, because there's almost so much detail with these little markings that you could, I think I said it in part 1, you could send yourself a bit crackers with it. And I always remember a lovely artist saying that sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. I remember, yeah, a friend who's also an artist saying that obviously your eye can only pick up so much detail. So as long as you've got kind of the main bits that stand out, your eye can't actually pick up everything. So yeah, in sort of one look. So don't send yourself crazy with it. As long as you've got the main bits of detail. I suppose it's almost then creating a bit of an illusion sort of thing. Yeah. So I'm thinking for the next tutorial, don't know whether to do, there's a commission that I'm doing it's not actually a surprise commission for once, which is quite nice. So I don't know whether to ask the client if they mind me filming that as a tutorial. And then also another original piece that I'd like to do, which I thought might be a nice tutorial, is got a photo of two hares boxing, and I thought that'd be pretty cool to do. So yeah, I think I'll probably film that as well. God, I'm so sorry about all the noise out there. I think they're filling potholes and stuff. Hopefully they won't be too long. Right, I think I'm then going to get the nougat. Again, I've not done it too sharp. So I think I just need a hint of this, so I'm not going to go in too heavy. God, now the dogs are going mad. Oh, it would be on a day I want to try and film, wouldn't it? There's a dog that lives across the road that's always barking, and our two are pretty good, but every now and then it'll set them off. It's usually when I'm trying to do something like this. But yeah, just going back to the workshop, been thinking loads about it actually. I just enjoyed it so much. Kind of didn't expect to enjoy it quite that much actually. It's something I really wanted to do, but I suppose it's a bit of a confidence thing when you've never taught before. And obviously you never really feel like you're good enough to be teaching people, do you? But yeah, I had some amazing feedback, which was so lovely. I think the only thing I'm going to change about it, worked really well, is just that I didn't actually work on a piece. I just sort of, you know, obviously went through everything with everybody and then kind of just went around sort of helping and talking to them and stuff like that. But I think the only thing I would change now is that I probably would work on the piece with them. Just because if people were sort of a bit stuck or didn't quite sort of, you know, kind of get what I was trying to say, you know, I thought it'd be much easier to maybe show them rather than trying to talk them through it. So yeah, I think that's definitely something I'll be doing in all the future workshops. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've got a lovely reference photo of a horse's eye. Oh, it's beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to working on that with everybody. Yeah, so the next one is at Race Hub, which is an open water swimming venue in Melton. I go to quite a bit. It's a lovely place. Yeah, lovely views from the cafe out onto the lake, and it's just beautiful. So excited about hosting that one. And then the Fur and Feather one in March, that is back at a little less waste in Melton, where I did the first one. So yeah, exciting. So I think now I've put a bit of nougat down, I think I'm just going to get my warm grey 3. I don't think that's going to focus. But anyway, warm grey 3. So again, I think some sort of small circles. Sorry, I forgot to put my phone on silent. Just put my watch on silent as well. Right. All these distractions today, honestly, I can't believe I've actually got so much done today. So it's almost a little bit darker up here. The odd little dark patch. My computer keeps logging out and switching off the reference photos, so I keep having to log back in. Quite difficult to pick out the colours in this bit actually. I think I'm going to get a bit of contrast. The markings sort of around the edge of these lighter specks actually seems to be quite a bluey grey, so I'm going to get cold grey 5 and just sharpen it quite sharp. Oh god, I'm so cold. To just put a bit of definition around these little marks. Yeah, I feel like there's quite a combination of cold grey and warm grey in this area. Really don't want to start smudging the eyes. To keep remembering to move the paper that you've got your hand resting on. To keep remembering to move that around. my nose, I'm absolutely freezing. My nose is so cold as well. So there's just a couple more bits I want to get sorted in here, and then in my new studio, and then I'll be doing a little studio tour. Yeah, I've got so much more room in here, it's amazing. Always don't know what to do with it. Some of them are almost joined, blurbed together. It's really hard getting this definition in, I have to admit. But yeah, I'm just trying not to overthink it. I'm just going to get the nougat back. I can't find it. What have I done with it? Ah, here it is. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm going to get the cold grey too. Just around. I'm really excited to do some more of these tutorials. I think, like I said before, if there's anything anything in particular that you'd like me to cover, then let me know. I think I'm overthinking this. I think I need to just get on with it. Just gonna have to sharpen this one a little bit. So this is cold grey 3. I don't want to sharpen it too much, but it's almost a little bit too blunt. Okay. So I've just moved the angle slightly again on the camera. I think my hand was covering quite a lot. But anyway, so I'm going to get cold grey 2. Sharpen it up. Blend around some of it. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet, I keep going into the zone. So I feel like there's a bit of definition kind of around the top, but not like a dark line like there is underneath. So yeah. And then there's almost a bit of, I think I'm going to get the cream that I was telling you about, that's the kind of a lemon yellow, quite a pale lemony yellow. Okay, just tried to sharpen it, it went a bit weird. Yeah, I feel like there's kind of a bit of a hint of the lemon up through here. Okay, then I think I'll come back to it. Yeah, but I'm just going to kind of work on this next bit and then kind of work on it as a whole, if that makes sense. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to use the the cream as the base layer, but I'm not going to rub the line art out anymore because I'm really going to need that a lot. So yeah, so just small circular motions to lay the base layer down of this. So we're going right up to the piece around the eye that we were working on. I'm going to take the sideline art out though. Again, I'm just going in with a fairly light pressure to begin with, just to make sure I'm happy with it and happy with where I'm going with it. So obviously I can lift any off if I'm not. I'm going to lift that bit off, I think. One day I'll get it so I don't keep whacking the camera. It's harder than you think. So this is quite a bright bit here, so I want to make sure really want to make sure I don't lose that bit. I love the colours in this. Like, it's really hard to pick the right colours out, but it's just amazing. So I don't think I'm going to go all the way around. It's a bit like, where do you start? Because there's no like definite shapes here, but I'll just go kind of around the face. can't remember if I mentioned in the first video or not, but I use this soft, it's a really soft brush. It's just from Hobbycraft actually. It's a bit like a blusher makeup brush, just to wipe away any just any bits from the rubber, or if you get any bits on the page. Obviously just so you don't have to, you don't end up with sort of the oil from your fingers on the page or smudging any of it or anything like that. And I'm just going back over slightly heavier. I'm not going to do much more down here because it is quite pale. Probably actually should have gone in with the ivory down that side, but it's fine, we'll go with it. Excuse me. Okay, so it's going in a bit heavy around here. Okay, and then now I'm actually just looking from when I did the line art on the photo that I did the line art from. Yeah, I think it actually does come quite close to the grey area here, with a slight gap, so I'm just going to kind of freehand it a little bit. Right, and then I think I'm going to get the, what shall I use to do this? Probably the nougat. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Right. So just to put a bit of definition in on the lines that I said about, right, so there's actually a little bit And then I think I'm going to get the cream again just to soften it. Just blend it slightly. Sorry, they're making so much noise outside. Sending the dogs a bit crazy. Okay, I'm not going to go mad with that because I can just feel that it's just going to ruin it if I do. So I'm just using the flat edge. If you can see, you know, where it's just naturally sort of flattened, just to add sort of almost a bit of a blur of sort of a bit of a blur of the colour. And then I'll put the definition in after. I think the roadworks have just gone. I think they were just filling potholes in. It sounds like they've gone, thank God. Guarantee on a day you want to do something like this, when you need it quite quiet, you can guarantee something or someone will ruin it. I know this all looks a bit strange up here at the moment, but just trust me, trust the process. It'll all blend together nicely. Okay, and then sort of round here, sort of just sort of almost adds the little feathers in. So they're sort of not pointed, but they're not completely round. Oh, computer's gone on standby again. Right, now I'm going to think. Oh, knocking it again. So I'm going to get the burnt ochre, which is quite an orangey, browny orange. And in fact, I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. Again, not too much, because I want to make sure it's kind of soft detail. And then it kind of up and along there a bit, and then so indecisive with this. I need to stop overthinking it. And then a bit more orange there. Oh, orange burnt ochre, sorry. Then I think I'm going to get the terracotta. Again, I've not sharpened it too much, just enough to make a mark. Just go over those areas that I just went over, and then I'm also going to grab the burnt sienna, which I am going to sharpen a little bit. Right, so along here, add a bit of detail in, and then again up here add a bit more detail and definition in. And then I'm going to get the Van Dyke, do I want the Van Dyke brown or do I want the walnut brown? Walnut brown, I think. Why can't I make a decision today? Okay, so just the bits where I've put the burnt sienna in, I'm just gonna sort of slightly add a bit of detail over the top with the walnut brown. Okay, and then get the cream again, and I'm actually just gonna try and blur a bit of this out. Sorry guys, I'm really wobbling the camera, I do apologise. And then I'm going to get the dark sepia, what's left of it, just to, actually no I'm not, I'm going to go back in with the terracotta, because I feel like along here is actually quite a lot more orangey. Cream again just along here. I'm just going to get the terracotta and just kind of slightly sort of, what's the word, kind of, oh I don't know what's the word, kind of smudge it up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to get the dark sepia and put these little markings in. Just going to grab my mono eraser and just with the, oh, you can't really see, it's not focusing, but with the end, when it gets a bit grubby or a bit sort of out of shape, I just get my craft knife and just chop the end off basically. throwing it across the room. Let's lighten off a few areas. I'm going to get a brighter orange actually. I've got dark chrome yellow, number 109 from the Polychromos, and I just feel like it needs a sort of brighter orange through here. I feel like I've gone in a bit too dark. No, it's fine, it's fine. So what I'm going to do is just soften around here with the cream again. I'm just going to get the walnut brown again and kind of I'm just going to get the dark chrome yellow again. Just go in between. Just kind of blurring up. I keep using that word, I don't know if that's what the right word, but I know what I mean. Yes, so sort of blurring up from it. And around here a little bit, but I'm not going to go crazy. It's so hard not to overthink this bit. I hope it looks okay. Yeah. Okay, then I'm going to get the nougat back and just blend down from the grey up here. I feel like there's a bit of nougat up here actually. That, you know what, I've not got nougat, I've got Bista, that's why. I thought it kind of looked a bit yeah. Anyway, right, where is the nougat? Here it is. It's okay. Just slight blur around the bottom of that marking there. And I'm just going to get the dark sepia. Sorry about that, the card was full, just had to change it. So yeah, the dark sepia. So as I was saying, I'm not actually going to kind of make too much of a mark with it. It's just to make a few more kind of, sort of make a bit more of like definition out of a few of the little marks. Because like I was saying in part one, it's kind of the little bits that make the difference, if that makes sense. Sort of little bit of definition is what makes it pop. So I've just gone back to the walnut brown now. And then I'm going to get the burnt sienna again. I just feel like kind of around here. A bit of burnt sienna going on. And also around here. And I'm just going to go back to the nougat again and just come away from this for a bit, because I feel like I might be sort of overworking it a bit. And then the cream, and the nougat again. So I'm just going to gently with the flat edge, just to know where I'm going. So I'm only lightly sort of marking down here and blending through. Okay, so I think I'm going to stay with the nougat, and there's kind of three sort of 3 levels of feathers here, so how's best to do this? So again, I think I need to just not overthink it. It's sort of almost like a bit of a wavy line. And then again over the top, but just slightly. Okay, and then the burnt ochre. And I'm just going to, with the flat edge, just slightly blend up. And then again on the sort of next layer up, I'm not going to go above. I'm not going to go above those lines because I don't want to get carried away, go too far with it. But then I think I'm going to get the dark yellow chrome going a bit earlier with it on here, I think. And again, just blending up. I hope the lighting's okay on this, by the way. it is quite a dark room, but I'm still experimenting with the lighting, trying to find what's right, really. So yeah, hopefully when I play this back it'll look okay. If not, I do apologise. Yeah, it's always a bit of a tricky one to get right. Okay, and then I'm going to get the terracotta. And laptop's gone on standby again. If anybody knows how to stop a MacBook going on standby, then let me know, that would be great. I've had to play around with it and I can't seem to stop it. Anyway, so yeah, the terracotta, just kind of adding a bit of definition of the really small feathers in here. So this, I'd say, only goes to about here. Just roughly, I'm just going to make a bit of a mark. So I'm just going to gently circle over with that. And then the burnt sienna. Just with the flat edge, again, just slightly blending up. So I'm almost kind of base layering this as kind of one piece, and then we'll go in and add the sort of markings that will kind of separate each area afterwards. So just got the walnut brown here. I think there's almost so much detail with these little markings that you kind of don't have to make it up, but you have to kind of just go with like roughly putting it down where, you know, rather than, like I say, sending yourself absolutely crazy with exactly where it needs to be. Yeah, it's so difficult. And then there's that almost just little dots really along here, kind of light markings. Sorry it's wobbling so much. Like I say, I will definitely get it sorted. It's got to work out fixing something above. Right, looking with the cream along here. Okay, I'm going to go back to the bit above for a minute. I need to get, I think, Cold Grey 3. I'm just going to sharpen it up a bit. And sort of over here it's quite blended sort of into the yellow quite nicely, so I'm just going to try and soften this bit off. Here it is quite a defined line, and then when it gets to here it blends in nicely, so it's going to try and work on that for a minute. So just the flat edge of the pencil and just really small gentle circular motions, very, very light pressure. Okay, and then I'm going to get the, oh my gosh, what have I done with it? Let's get the cream again. And I'm just going to go down to about here with it. Then I'm actually going to go over the top, weirdly, with, gosh, everything's so blunt, with the ivory. Just so I can kind of smooth the tooth of the paper down a bit more and go in a bit heavier, but without ending up sort of too yellow. We'll be coming back to these bits. Yeah, just find sometimes coming away from it and then working your way back to it just helps a little bit. Okay, so actually, you know, looking back at it, I feel like I'm going to get dark Naples ochre, just, yeah, just in each kind of line here. And then just blend it slightly here. Don't want there to be too much of a severe line from that bit. Actually, looking back, I just keep noticing little bits. I'm just going to get the warm grey 3 if I can find it. Got it. And I'm just going to sharpen it up. Just, yeah, something doesn't kind of feel right around here, so. Just gonna, although I said it's quite a defined line, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I needed to do that. And I just feel like it needs to soften down around here a bit. Just start to always find that once you go away from an area, you start to notice little bits. In fact, I've just noticed something else. I'm just going to get the dark sepia. Oh God, I've got so many pencils on the go here. I'm just going to come along here. Okay, so I feel like I've gone in way too dark here. So I'm just going to get my Tombow mono eraser, and I'm just going to gently just remove some of the darkness. Yeah. And then I've got the oh god, why can't I get it out today? Light yellow ochre, and I'm just going to slightly blend up. And then again this side with a bit of light yellow ochre. And I'm just going to get the dark sepia . I'm just going to really lightly use this just to add a slight outline to this. And I'm just going to get the light yellow ochre again. Just blend down and out slightly. And then, oh, sorry, my laptop's just gone on standby again. Come on. I'm not going to blend down anymore with that, but I'm just going to put a slight bit of the light yellow ochre into these markings here. Yeah, just feel like there's a hint of it here. And then I feel like actually this might be a good colour to sort of go on this side, so I'm just going to gently blend down. I'm just going to get my mono eraser, I just don't feel like that's really... Okay. Right, so I know we've not made masses of progress in this one, but I don't want to make each part too long, so I'm going to leave it here for part 2, and then I'll carry on with part 3 very, very soon. Our Wi-Fi is up and running and everything at the new house now, so I'll get this part on as soon as possible, and then hopefully part 3 won't be too far behind. I think once we get round here, it's all gonna kind of a bit quicker. Obviously we don't want to rush it, but obviously there's so much detail around the head that we've got to kind of crack that, and then we can work our way through the body, which I think will be a smoother process. So anyway, I will see you in part 3. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've got any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll see you in the next part. Thank you very much.